match the right way with any of your clients?
DJ, shut up. Get out of here. This is now the Ryan Ray Show. I told everybody last month that we're undeniable. I said it. I told everybody that we're going to change the face of this business, and we're become the greatest group. And not only are we taking over the PPW male division, we're taking over the female division as well. And it started with Sammy Pandora. It started, it's finished.
Throw the streamers in to show respect. These guys have got more.
Oh, look at that! Punk Rock All-Stars attack South Philly from behind.
Well, they're not here to play fair games. They're here to win and leave with the title, period.
You know, one of the credos of punk rock. Oh, look at this, South Philly's finest coming back.
Creative move.
One of the credos of punk rock is anarchy, and the Punk Rock All-Stars, they don't follow anyone's rules. Phil Bravado, especially not yours.
Well, I've never asked them to fall. Don't get me involved. I'm already involved in the Jimmy Con. Don't get me started, okay? I don't want to get beat up. I don't want anybody to attack me, and I don't want that to be thrown out of the ring by my. Well, Sean Cannon and Drake Carter have this scouted.
Scouted, absolutely.
It's funny. Drake Carter stood this morning at 5'9", but now he's close to 6'3".
Look at that. Carden wouldn't let them bring them in the hard way. South Philly did it anyway, though.
Conway and Brazzi been up and down this East Coast, been up and down the PPW ladder, but right now sitting atop. And we all know. And look again. They were ready for it, but South Philly put on the brakes.
Oh!
EJ, inventive moves by South Philly.
That looked like a mosh pit right there.
Tag team division, very, very bright here in PPW.
Bright and colorful.
Well, with Cannon and Carter in the ring, you're absolutely right. Sporting a new manager. I'm sorry I didn't get any information on her. She's walking on the outside of the ring, though. Very interested. And, I mean, have you ever tried to get any information out of Sean?
You're not punk rock enough to get information out of them.
Well, apparently I'm not, because that's, I guess, the look that I got as they walked out of the room as I was asking questions. I'm here to do a job, EJ.
I mean, I'm not even going to get started here. Luca Brazzi with a 2 count. Looks like SPF has gotten things started, though. Not here to fool around. This is a title match, folks.
Absolutely. And South Philly, what they're really good at, EJ, cutting off that ring and working together. We'll see how that works against two guys that have equally been together the same amount of time. And that is obviously the Punk Rock All-Stars.
Punk Rock All-Stars from Baltimore. South Philly's finest. You know where they're from, Phil Bravado? Right up 95 from Baltimore. South Philly.
I've been there. A dangerous neighborhood.
You know, the Punk Rock All-Stars actually hopped trains to get up from Baltimore to Hazleton. Got off at the Conway rail yard.
I believe it.
Had to run from the bull.
Now I think you're making stories.
But, you know, yeah, you have to get here one way or the other. And you know what? They're here to fight for the championship, Bravado.
Well, they certainly are, and they're not really faring too well at the moment. As South Philly, Luca Brazzi gets a 2 count on Sean Cannon. Cannon and Carter are very, very exciting as a tag team. They work well together, and they built a following up and down the East Coast, as you mentioned, from here to Maryland specifically. And South Philly, you know what? They don't care about any of that.
Look at that lightning fast reaction from Luca Brasi. Not quick enough, though. Double team maneuver from the Punk Rock All-Stars. Scoop and a slam. Luca Brasi needs to get out of there.
In the worst way.
Needs to make that tag to Jimmy Conway. We have a wild card outside the ring here. What's she going to be up to when push comes to shove?
You know, she's sitting over there. She's analyzing everything. She's looking at people.
She's judging people.
But she's too quiet, EJ. I believe you. Carter, a slap that you get in wrestling school right to Brasi, who's sporting, along with Jimmy Conway, new pants, new gear here tonight for South Philly.
Absolutely. Look at that. Their initials sewn on.
Pretty sharp.
Classy gentlemen.
Pretty sharp. Meanwhile, Brasi getting hung out to dry there. And Cannon's going to distract referee Jeff Carden, as Drake Carter continues to take advantage on the outside of the ring.
You know, there's bad blood, real bad blood between South Philly's finest and Punk Rock All-Stars. Ooh, look at that vicious catapult right into that bottom rope.
And, you know, I'd like to add to that, there is a lot of bad blood here. When Punk Rock first came in here, I asked him, hey, what are you here for? Without hesitation, South Philly's finest. Not the titles, South Philly's finest. They could get both here tonight.
I mean, both these teams come straight from the streets, Phil Bravado. They're all four of these guys are mean guys who have a take no prisoners attitude.
Jimmy Conway getting the PPW Nation behind him.
He caught the boot. Brasi crawling to the corner, putting everything he has. It's not enough.
And there is a great tag team maneuver by the Punk Rock All-Stars. Carter holding Brasi there for Cannon to come in and take advantage. What an amazing move. And they're working together just fine. Luca Brasi, as we've said, 3 minutes ago, has got to get out of there. Jimmy Conway cannot wait to get in there. He's hoping he has his chance. And until then, he's going to mock everything that the Punk Rock All-Stars are doing to his partner, Luca Brasi, right now.
Luca Brasi just has his hands up, trying to avoid the pummeling he's getting right now. This is unreal. I don't know if we've ever seen Luca Brasi get beat this bad. Sometimes this guy is like a human punching bag, though. You can hit him, and he just keeps coming and coming and coming.
Cannon and Carter have a new approach tonight. When they don't know what they're going to do next, they just cinch on a headlock and sit there and think about it. That is exactly the kind of relentlessness that is needed to take these PPW tag team titles off of South Philly's finest. Not even arguably, definitely the best tag team we've seen here in this company.
Absolutely. I mean, who else could even come close? Bravado.
You know, they're four-time champions. There's several teams, shall I say, that have held the title twice. Nobody that's held it 3 times. So how far? Very far ahead of everybody else. Carter and Cannon, EJ, continue to employ a tag team cutting off the ring strategy, and minds are going to meet, and Brasi.
He gets the tag! Unreal! Here comes Jimmy Conway, the fresh man, and it looks like the Punk Rock All-Stars, their plan may backfire right in their faces right now.
Conway in with a head of steam. Cannon's going to take his chance and get thrown on top of Carter, who's got huge eyes as he comes up with no air.
And the crowd roaring approvingly of Jimmy Conway's offensive fury. Brasi back in. No tag was made, though, I don't believe. Carden going to let this one go. A little bit liberal with his rules here. Big double team maneuver.
Oh, it's Sean Cannon with the save. I think that's the only thing keeping Punk Rock in this match right now. Brasi thrown outside the ring, but caught the ring post on the way. He lays on the mat on the outside of the ring.
Oh!
His partner, meanwhile,
Conway.
up.
3, oh no, I thought we had new champions. I thought that was it.
I don't think you were alone. Everyone started to grab their head, much like Drake Carter is doing right now.
Look at the look on Jimmy Conway's face. He knew that was within a millimeter.
Wait a minute. The manager, we
caught that on camera.
That woman just grabbed something and gave it to Sean Cannon, who's on the outside. And wait a minute, now Fuller's house is on there. What's
what
Fuller's
is this
house doing out here?
Come on.
Cannon, meanwhile, has got something in his hand.
Look, Jimmy Conway has the sharpshooter play. There goes Luca Brasi.
Jeff Carden looking at the man on the outside. Wait,
that was a spray paint in the face. Hair dyer, spray painter.
Sean
I don't know what it was.
Disposes of the evidence.
I don't know what that was.
And here's a roll-up.
3, that's it, the foreign substance.
Wait a minute. We've got new tag team champions.
What an unbelievable match. Controversial to say the least. Punk Rock All-Stars, they sprayed some sort of substance in Jimmy Conway's face. It looked like hair dye.
We both had questions of this woman. Now I will find out who she is. She has just created a ripple in PPW.
We're going to see what that was. We're going to get back to you, folks. All the updates on the Ringside Roundup with the Julius Kuiper. Check our YouTube channel.